Hey guys, welcome back to more Stardew Valley Road to Riches with Jojo. Athena, why you mad? Oh, hold on, I had to fiddle with some stuff to... get our, game ready yesterday. Just put it back there while I figure things out. Well, it's gonna have to stay on this one because I don't know what I'm fiddling with. Athena, honey, you're not out there. No, no, no. You're staying in here. Come on, Bubba. Lay back down. Let's see. I don't know how I fudged things up, but... there we go. Make sure everything is where it needs to be. Cool beans. Okay, so, just to preface things, Athena is upset because she is trapped in the room right now. She can't go into the living room because my dad and my grandpa are outside by the shed, putting up things from going deer hunting. So she's very mad at them. She's also been very mad at armadillos. So she's just gonna hang out in here with me. Also, may or may not have to pause to go get Tarkus some frozen fruit because he's teething really bad right now. So he is an absolute nightmare. But frozen fruit really helps, so... it's basically the same rules as, like, a toddler teething. One second, Athena. If you're gonna keep trying to push that, I'm gonna just have to close this door. Now then, you've made it to where the cats are gonna be mad at me. See, this is what happens when I have a doggo that's way too smart for her own good. She knows how to open doors and all that good stuff. Oh, hold on. We need coffee in us. Both of my kiddos are in there, so I don't have to hunt them down. Please don't feed the kids pizza puffs. Everything's doing its thing down there. Shoot. You know, I popped back out, but I actually don't need to because I need to put the coffee and Joja Cola up. That helps. Okay. So we've got crystallariums and island fruit to gather up today. I'm honestly tempted to grind through because I really don't feel like decorating at the moment. I don't know quite what I'm missing, but I'm tempted to go ahead and grind through this week because starting in fall, we can actually go back to the movie theater and get those pillars I was looking at. So we might just grind through a few weeks, gain up some of our money that we've missed while I've had all the games in the back burner. I know we still have Cindersnap Forest, or Cindersap Forest to decorate, but I still haven't found a workaround for my trees not going. The only thing I can think of is potentially, I don't know, getting those giant trees from the movie theater, but I don't know that even that would look good. Another option is to rework the areas that we have already dedicated as the campground and change where those are to maybe the other side of the lake down from the Wizard's Tower. Because that's an all-grass area, and we can't plant trees in grass. And we covered up all of the area that's meant to be dirt, so that's really our only option as far as getting the forest that I actually want. There's still going to be some empty spots just because that's just kind of how it goes. And there are still some spots up closer to Marnie's Ranch that we could put trees down in. The problem there is we run into the NPC pathing areas. Athena, dearest. No. They're allowed to be out there, honey. They are, I promise. Hey, Louise. I'm doing pretty good. A little bummed because they had to cancel my niece's soccer game because it's flu season. I'm guessing half the kids got sick. But aside from that, I'm doing pretty good. How's your day going? We were supposed to be doing 2 games next week for them, so I'm wondering if now that they've had to cancel this one, if they're going to push this one back till later in the week, but I highly doubt, because if the kids have the flu, they're probably not going to be up and going for the next couple of days at least. So I'm wondering if it's going to end up being like 3 games in a row next week. Which I'm down for, but I don't know how down the kids are. Okay, just a few more crystallarium sheds and we can move on. That's good to hear, my dude. Okay, one more shed. Need to check on our ostriches. Because I feel like we had a couple that were pretty close to being 5 hearts. So I'm going to check on them before we head over to the island real quick since they're all out and about. Zuzu, no. Alright, bye-bye, little dude. Nope. 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 There's another one gone. Bonnie is close. Alright, that guy's still incubating, so there's not really anything else we can do. I will go ahead and check out all of their stuff. And refill their food. Gotta stay on top of feeding my guys. Now tomorrow we do still have to come back over here and... Tina, honey, you're okay. I know you're frustrated, bub, but you're okay. I'll take you being frustrated right now versus being really upset later, okay? But, we will still have to wake up to harvest the other half of this farm tomorrow. But aside from that, we might be able to sleep for a few days just to go ahead and knock this area out. Or knock this week out. Actually, I think in this context, you could use either or. You could use which or what. Or at the very least, it's recognized, like, what you're asking. So it works either way, which or which, what. I don't know what the proper English would be for it, but that's mainly because I'm not a teacher, so I have no idea. But generally speaking, which or what would work for either one. Well, let's see. Which word? I'm gonna get the rest of the pineapples first. Athena, honey, go lay down. Athena, bed. Come on, bud. What about... what about fruit? What's the word for fruit? Yeah. Like, is there a dedicated word for just fruit as a general, like, a general thing, or is it specific to each individual fruit? Like, apples, oranges... Oh, it's just fruit. So, you como fruta? Oh wait, greenhouse. Can't forget about this guy. He has nothing on offer. We will go ahead and take some of these fruit tree fruits, though. just because we are getting close to the end of the year again. So we might need some backups going into, I told you I've been working with Duolingo. I only know little bits. Let's get all my animal stuff out of here first. And it's not nearly enough to have, like, a full conversation. But one of the first ones they started with was, you como you bebe? Or you bebo? Oh, wait. I need to put these eggs up. So it's very situational sentences, and it's very simple sentences. I probably don't need to drink that, because I'm literally fixing to put my stuff up and go to bed, but... I need just that little bit of speed boost to get my stuff put up real quick. So, masa, uva, naranja. I mean, I would call that very common, like, standard fruits. Oh, easy 1.1 million, just from gathering our crystallariums. I'm just gonna say hi to everybody. I'm not gonna bother picking everything up. Wait. We'll have to come back and harvest these anyways, but while I can, I'm gonna go get the stuff from the island. Let's see. Other fruits. Banana? Ooh, how about the one that I'm planning on giving Tarkus later? Well, actually, I'm stuck between two. Because we have frozen cantaloupe and frozen honeydew. Both are safe for dogs to eat according to the internets. I am not a vet, but both my dogs seem to like it, so... Okay. But I've got both of those in the freezer. He's already gone through all the strawberries. Strawberries is one of the first fruits that go whenever we're making smoothies, because Drew and I both... Well, I like strawberries. Drew doesn't like strawberry, but he puts them in his smoothies. But I feel like frozen melon has, like, just enough bite that it'll feel nice on his gums, but not so much that it'll, like, hurt him more, because he's been avoiding his chewies since he started teething. He's also turned into a little nightmare because he's teething, and he's probably very uncomfortable, if not in pain. I don't know how bad, because I'm almost 30, so I don't remember how teething feels. Oh, banana is banana. Yeah. There's, two fruits that I'm talking about. Cantaloupe, which, thank you, autocorrect, because I can never spell cantaloupe. And honeydew, which I think is a variant of cantaloupe, but I am not an expert. I just know it's one of my favorite fruits. Like, I've never been big on watermelon. I've always preferred cantaloupe or honeydew, preferably honeydew, because cantaloupe's just a little too, I don't know. I think it was just given to me too often as a kid, so now I'm just like, cantaloupe, you know? Still enjoy it, just if I'm given the option between a cantaloupe and a honeydew, I'm choosing the honeydew. The one I've got in there currently is a golden honeydew because I had never seen one in our markets before. And I gotta say, it was a good choice. It's very good. There's still almost an entire one in the freezer because I bought it and I can only eat so much in one sitting, so I was like, I'll just freeze the rest and we can throw it in smoothies. I actually need to go in and chunk it up because I just left it in wedges, but that's very inconvenient for giving to the puppers. They're just two melons, two different variants of melon. Get these guys all harvested. I could be harvesting the fruit that's in our walking lane, but I really don't feel like it. I do need to check the greenhouse just to see if any of that fruit's ready, because I feel like they're pretty synced up with this fruit. Yeah, they're synced up. Athena. Honey, you're okay. No, ma'am. You're not gonna go sit in the window and get upset at my grandpa and my dad. Neither of them can even hear her, I guarantee, but it's the fact that she gets upset. We don't need you spending your whole afternoon getting upset. There we go. Get these guys put up. Honeydew is Malau? Yeah, they're both... I'm not entirely sure if they're both in the same melon family or anything like that. It does feel like they should be in the same family. They're both melons. Oh wait, whose birthday is it? Is it the dwarf's by any chance? It is the dwarf's birthday. I will go ahead and collect these. Thank you. Athena, honey, you're okay. Slaw? Shane? What do you think, hun? I don't know what this is that he put down. I'm guessing it's a side table. I'm gonna move it because I feel like he's gonna get irritated that it's in the way. Oh, you're good, my dude. Robin sent us 50 wood in the mail. That was nice of her. See, that's the thing. I don't know how close the two are related botanically, but they are very similar in that they both have a thin skin. They're both melons, and they both have basically an open cavity on the inside. I say open. They both have a cavity on the inside where all of the seeds sit. But again, I don't know how close they are, but I feel like most people kind of group them together. Maybe that's just the people in my area that group them together. But I do know I would probably be not as happy if I asked for a honeydew and they substituted it with a melon or with a cantaloupe instead. Because they do taste different. Honeydew, I feel like, is significantly sweeter than cantaloupe. But again, I don't know how close the two are related, but... I do know honeydew tends to have, like, a smooth skin, while cantaloupe is more like a rough textured. So is slaw more like a slang version? Melanacia? Melancia? Melancia? You know, I've always been the weird one in my family because I do not like watermelon. I don't know why. I've even tried it every few years just to see, because your taste buds do change over time. And I've tried it every few years just to make sure, because there's always going to be some event during summer when my family is going to have a watermelon available. And every time I'm just like, nope, It kind of gives me the same taste that a raw tomato does, but no acidity. Which, fun fact, I don't like raw tomatoes either. The Mao? Lemon's another one of my favorite fruits. It's not one that you can just like... Well, generally, I'm not going to say you can't, because I imagine there's somebody out there that just eats lemon straight up. But it is one of my favorite ones for having in recipes. Like, anything lemon flavored is going to be the thing that I want to try. And Drew always looks at me like I'm crazy, because anytime I get something lemon flavored, I'm like, there's not enough lemon in it. And he's sitting over there like, what are you talking about? This is the most lemon thing I've ever had. I'm like, no, it's not lemon enough. It needs more lemon. Now, if we're talking favorite fruit for just eating out of hand, oranges all day long. I love oranges. And pineapple. Pineapple's pretty good too, but I could eat significantly more orange than I can pineapple. But if we're talking about, like, fruit-flavored things, anything lemon-flavored, all day long. Abacate? Maracuja? Hold on, you gave me notes on how to say the X sound. No, the question is... Ah, there it is. So... Abakashi? Avocado is one of those that I can eat it on sushi. Or I guess if it's mixed into things, I don't taste it, so I can eat it a little bit more. But just straight up, I have never really liked avocado. I don't know why. Brubby. Sure, you can be brubby. Okay, anybody here? Nah. I think we just did a purge of them, so they're probably... Bonnie here is the closest so far. Yeah. Bonnie's gonna be the closest for a while, I imagine. At the same time, though, I don't know if I need to do any more purges until we have at least a little bit of a stockpile of animals back. Oh, wait. Get those put up. Let me put those in there just because. Alright, back to bed. Oh, wait. I'm just gonna hold on to these. We can throw them away with the next outing. Let's see, another 1.1 million, not too bad. You know, I have heard of using avocado in savory, or not savory, but in sweet applications before. But it was always in the context of, like, using it in place of an egg. I might have to tell Drew about that idea. He might like it. I know he likes avocado. Matter of fact, we have a restaurant that does dishes that instead of serving them, like, on a bed of rice, they serve it in a half of an avocado. They serve it in a halved avocado. Wait. Você bebe abacate? Do you, like, blend it up with sugar, or do you put it in, like, a smoothie? I have heard of people, like, using different fruits to make, fruit milk. Like, just blending up, a banana and making banana milk or something along those lines. Or are you, like, throwing it in a blender with, like, various fruits? Because I want to say we used to use a smoothie mix. This was years ago before we were just like, screw it, we'll just throw some mixed fruits in there and some veggies and call it a day. Instead of buying the pre-made packs, because we could get like a bag of fruit for significantly cheaper. No, don't praise those. Those are the beginner lessons, and they've been drilled into my brain 1,000 times now. Again, I cannot communicate aside from little sentences like that. I'm still at toddler learning levels as far as learning goes. But I'm trying to be better about practicing with it. Okay, yeah. So it's similar to like the fruit milk that I was talking about. I think one of the Korean vloggers in particular that I watch, she does this all the time with her fruits. She'll do it with banana, watermelon, I can't think if of any others that she's worked with that I like off the top of my head right now. But I know I've seen her do that with bananas and watermelon. Watermelon seems to be her favorite too. She really likes watermelon juice. Oh wait, no, I know one she used. It was a tomato. That was one that I was just like, you do you, honey. Not for me. Like, I will eat tomato products, but I cannot do raw tomato. I try. It's the same thing with the watermelon. I try every few years just to see if my taste buds have changed, and every time I'm just like, nope. They haven't changed. Yes, with tomato. I do think she puts a significant amount of sugar in there, and tomato is a fruit, so it does make sense, but it's generally used in savory applications, so... But then again, I'm not going to judge it because I haven't tried it. It might be delicious blended up with sugar. I do think for that one, she forwent the milk portion of it. I think it was just the tomato and water and sugar. Hey, Wolf. How's it going, my dude? Yes, salsa is fruit salad, and I absolutely love salsa. There was actually a point in time where the only thing I ate for, like, 2 weeks was salsa. Well, and chips, because I needed something to dip the salsa with. But that's, like, all I wanted was just salsa and chips. Not very good for me, but... eh. We all get stuck in ruts with stuff every now and then. Get some more coffee going. You know, now all this talk of like smoothies and stuff is making me think that maybe I'm just gonna have a smoothie for supper. Because that honestly sounds pretty darn nice. Oh my god, yes. That's the only time I've ever gone through that much salsa in one sitting. Or in one span of time. I'm trying to think. I've also gone on, like, cereal kicks where the only thing I ate was cereal. With or without milk, it didn't matter. Oh, wait, are you guys ready today? No, you shouldn't be ready until tomorrow. I'm not gonna move out. Not move out of the house, just move out of my way. You're still a baby. You don't have to move out. Yes, they are. Liquefied meals are still meals. And I have to say that because I worked in a nursing home for too long and we had people on liquid diets. They did not get their meals from the kitchen because they had to get a liquid diet. And then there's also puree diets, which are, they're borderline liquid. Like, the only thing holding them together sometimes is a little bit of thickener. I do remember, like, oh god, how old was I? I had to have been, like, 18 or 19. And I was just on a toast kick for 2 weeks where all I ate was toast. Green cabbage juice. I have not tried, but that sounds delicious. Then again, I just love cabbage, so... I'm actually... Whose birthday is it that we're getting duck feathers? Is it Leo or... Yeah, it's Leo's birthday. Okay. Let's not pull up the window, please. I was just trying to port outside. But, dang, what was I saying? One of the things I'm most disappointed about with our garden not working this year was that all of my cabbage plants didn't make it. And I was really looking forward to having cabbage, because that's something that's really easy to add into meals. If I'm getting the same nutritional requirements from my smoothie or from a blended item as I am from a full meal, then it counts as a meal in my book. Plus, the smoothie tastes better than most of the... I'm not going to say all. I'm not going to say all because I've had some really good meal replacement shakes before. But it tastes better than most of the meal replacement shakes I've had in my life. I can't say all of them just because the Quest brand stuff is actually pretty legit. It tastes like a milkshake. I don't know what all the nutrients are because I haven't looked at it in forever. Like, even their fake chips are pretty decent. I've never had chicken hearts, but I have had chicken livers and chicken gizzards, and they are super good fried. But the problem I have is nobody cooks them as good as my grandma used to. Because, like, we have a place in town where you can call in and order, or you can go to the store and order too if you want. They typically do, like, seafood, they've got some lamb dishes, and they have, like, liver and gizzards. And I haven't tried any from there just because I don't want to be disappointed again. I know eventually I'm gonna have to. It's the same thing, the same issue I run into anytime I go out to eat tamales. It's not gonna be as good as what I remember from my childhood. Because one of my great-grandmothers used to make tamales all the time, and they were super fucking good. And unfortunately, she was one of those old-school people who didn't write down everything, or it just got lost to time. So I don't know where it is. Bro, we use cabbage for everything. No, if there's any boys in my yard, I need them to, like, be careful. There's an armadillo out there. We usually just call him Armadillo Bro. He just chills out there. Be nice to him. But also, don't pet him. Actually, there might be some boys in my yard. It's around the time my dad and my grandpa start coming in from their deer blinds. So they are technically men. So technically boys. I could honestly eat cabbage just about any way. It's really good. It's also really good if you replace any noodles or rice in your dish with like shredded cabbage instead. It's pretty good. Especially if you got something that's like super super sauce heavy. It's like, I can't remember what it was. We made curry one night, and I remember using that, using shredded cabbage instead of rice. It was really good. It wasn't quite what I was craving for, but it was really good. And then I know I made Mongolian beef one night and used shredded cabbage instead of rice. It was really good that time too. Like anything with like a really flavorful sauce or a sticky sauce that'll just coat the cabbage. But also just plain cabbage straight up is pretty good too. I've tried to like eggplant before. I don't know if it's just the eggplants we're getting, or if it's just that Drew and I don't know how to cook eggplant properly. We have tried so many times to cook it properly, slicing it, salting it, letting the liquid leach out. And it's just, I don't know, it's never good. It could just be that neither of us know how to work with it, though. Because I see a lot of recipes using eggplant, and I'm just like, that looks so good. It's honestly the same problem I have with raw tomato. Raw tomato looks delicious, but I can't eat it because it tastes disgusting to me. Hector, why are you on my filing cabinet, my dude? Why are you up there? Oh, I see what it is. I have the door closed so Athena can't try and open the baby gate. So he's investigating the door to see if he can open it. But instead, he's just going to end up knocking all my notebooks down. I already see it happening. To be fair, that's not really his fault. I have them stacked very precariously right now. Okay. You go in there, you go in there. The duck feathers can go in there too. Alright. Ancient fruit, ancient fruit. That's probably overkill on the ancient fruit. You can stay. I'll probably end up using all of you. Go enjoy your dinner, Luis. See, that's the main thing I've discovered. Like, anything that we've tried to cook that is Chinese or Asian inspired in general goes so well with cabbage. It just goes so well with it. So I'm gonna try growing cabbage again eventually, because I was super bummed about that. Like, I do have a bag of cabbage in the freezer technically, but it's one of the bags my grandparents put up, and they pre-cook their cabbage before they freeze it. It still tastes good, it's just not as versatile. It's got a very defined texture. He's gonna have to find another filing cabinet if he has things to file away, because this one's pretty darn full. I was actually contemplating either getting another one or have to come to terms with the fact that I'm gonna have to get rid of some of my stuff. I'm one of those people that hoards documents because I never know when I'm gonna need it. That's actually the room that's gonna be my office at the house is full of my mom and my grandparents' documents that I have to go through. That's been one of the biggest hang-ups about getting that room fixed, is because I have to go through all of those documents to see what is still viable. Also, I'm pretty sure my birth certificate's in that room somewhere, and I don't know where, and I need to find it, so I have to go through every box and every document to make sure my birth certificate wasn't in there. Iridium ancient fruit. I know I wrote it down at some point, because I write everything down. Because I believe I did the math one time to see if it was even worth, turning my iridium ancient fruit into juice, or, into jelly. Juice or jelly. Wait, what am I doing? I literally have a jumbo notebook specifically for Stardew stuff. Now the question is, where is it? I have too many notebooks. I need help. No, Hector. Hector, watch out. You make me so nervous, sir. You do. I love you. You're too inquisitive, though. You're very sweet. He has to sniff everything, so he makes me nervous anytime I'm closing something. Okay, yeah. We did this one, we did the bottom one, so we've got these three up here. But yeah, he likes to stick his nose to everything to sniff it. And he likes to do that to things that I am in the process of closing. So he just makes me nervous. Because I feel like there's going to be a day when I don't realize he's there. But I'm hoping that the panic of that day happening is enough to keep me aware when I'm closing things like that and he's in the room. Hey, Taha! How's it going, my dude? Or 1100 versus 1600? Yeah. Now, is that the price with the artisan perk? Or is that the price without the artisan perk? I feel like that's the price with the artisan perk. Then again, I feel like if you're... It really is a kind of a moot point. If you're doing something like this, then it's probably in your best interest to have the artisan perk anyways. So it is without the perk. Okay. We cannot process our coffee in the kegs, Courtney. Alright, last little bit. missing them, that'd be great. Or stop missing them, rather. Okay, all of you in there. And all of you. Actually, all of these can just stay on me, because we're going to need to... We're going to need to use them tomorrow for our other half kegs. And I need to fill up our keg in here. What no did I do? Okay, guys, before we get started on the next round, I'm gonna go... I think we have a monster in the kitchen. I'm gonna go get it, split it with Drew. And I'm gonna grab Tarkus a piece of fruit. He's been pretty quiet. But I'm gonna go check on him. Like I said, he's teething really bad right now. Oh, my dude, I've dropped my name 1,000 times before. My name is Courtney. It's cool. I'm pretty sure Drew says my name all the time in his videos, too. But I'll be back in just a second, guys. Okie dokie. We are gonna try leaving the doors open for the cats. Athena's got her chill out treat. Tarkus has a piece of frozen fruit. Also found out the reason why he's been so quiet is because he's been in jail for being a little terrorist. He's teething pretty bad right now, so he's getting into everything because he doesn't know how to act with it. Or how to react. How to handle it, basically. Athena, honey, I would like to be able to keep that door open for the cats, but if you keep nosing at the gate... I'm gonna have to close it. Okay. Let's get some of this stuff put up first. Well, it's understandable that it's the first time. It doesn't happen often. But I came to terms with it a long time ago. The number of times I call myself out by my first name anyways. It's... Really, ma'am? Really? Alright. I gotta go fix the baby gate because Athena decided she needed to break out. But yeah. I figured between Drew calling me my name and me talking to myself, it was gonna happen eventually. But you guys are chill to call me whatever floats your boat, as long as it's respectful. Alright, we're trusting that Athena's not going to be a little hellion. Because the alternative is I have to go hunt her down. It's not really going to be a long hunt, she's in the living room in her chair. But if she starts acting crazy, she's got to come back in here. I'm just hoping the chill treat kind of keeps her in line. Usually once she has the chill treat, it's not long before it's nap time for her, but it only really works if she lays down. It's essentially, it's chamomile, ashwagandha, and melatonin, all in very small doses. And she's only getting a half of the treat whenever she gets them anyways. But much the same as those things, if you're not laying down or actively trying to rest, it's not going to do much for you. Because if she is not laying down and actively looking for something in her window, she likes to sit in the window and yell at things, which is why she gets the chill treats and moved away from the window. So that she doesn't do that, because she'll drive herself crazy. But, okay, so Tarkus just got out of the kennel, so he's probably going to be wound up. I did give him the fruit, so maybe that'll take the edge off of him, and he won't act like a hellion. But he does, he and Athena play, and that might be enough to keep her wound up. And if she gets wound up, then she's just going to sit in the window barking at the armadillo. Or, like I've said before, my dad, my grandpa. Essentially, I give her a very little amount of the treat. The recommended dosage is 2 for her weight class. But I only give her a half a treat, because I don't want to, like, just knock her out every time she's getting herself upset. I want to kind of encourage her to lay down and calm herself down. You know? I don't know if any of that made sense, or if it was just rambling. do hear little Tarkus feet, but again, he just got a piece of frozen fruit, so I'm hoping that takes the edge off for him, because he's only being so crazy right now because he's teething. Like, he's still gonna be crazy because he's a puppy, but he's extra vicious with it right now because he's trying to bite everything. Oh, missed one. Yeah. Essentially, I just want it just enough to take the edge off of her so she's not, like, giving herself an anxiety attack, which she has done before, is just, like, work herself up to the point where, we generally call it her going full mohawk, because she... Yeah, he's very ornery right now. He doesn't understand what's going on. His mouth is uncomfortable. He can't chew on his usual things because that hurts too much to chew on them, like full force. So, frozen fruit takes the edge off for him. But with Athena, when she starts getting worked up, we basically judge it by how much of her back fur is standing up. So if there's just like a little bit of a mohawk right by her shoulder blades, she's upset, but it's fine. But she'll work herself up to the point where basically all of the hair along her back is full mohawk. And I would really rather her not do that, so chill out treats for that. We used to have these like calming bones, but it's like $8 for a 2-pack of bones, and she's done with them very soon, and it works, but it's not... I feel like it's not a sustainable option for us. Especially because once she actually lets the chilling stuff do their job, she chews on her other toys, she's fine. That's why I was trying to get her to lay down on the bed, because she's got... She's got a toy that we call her soap bar. It's a bacon-scented, like... They called it a bone, but it's not a bone by any means. It looks like a bar of soap. At least to me, it looks like bar soap. So the hope was that she would, like, lay down on the bed, let the treat do its thing, and just chew on her bone for a little bit. At least long enough for my grandparents / my dad to be gone, or my grandpa / my dad to be out of the area, because she really gets worked up when she sees them. Like, the armadillo works her up, but not nearly as bad. I hear a very bouncy puppy out there. Alright, 1.5 million. Easy peasy. Alright. We're gonna breeze through the majority of this week. Oh, wait. Just like we did last week. But starting tomorrow, it'll be fall, so we should be able to start looking for the pillars. Oh, no, no, don't open that, please. Thank you. No, thank you for the spam. Let's see. Report. Goodbye. And goodbye. Dang, we've done good with not getting bots for a long time. Doot, doot, doot. People don't have to pay for your porn, my dude. It's free. Stop advertising. Alright, then this diamond was just from one of the thingamabobbers, the fortune statues, right? Pretty sure it was just from a fortune statue. Yeah. These guys aren't ready yet. thing that gets me about those bots, though, is just that, like, they're literally only gonna get the people that don't realize you can get that shit for free. Or kids that don't know what they're clicking on. That's also a possibility. Gather up all our fruity fruits. Okay, I want to take care of all the pineapples first before I go for the rest of the ancient fruit. No particular reason why, but I have forgotten this row in particular before. And like I said, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year, so I kind of want to get a good stockpile of things. At least of our good fruits. Just so that way if we do have to dip into any of our surplus fruits, it's probably going to be pineapple first. Probably. Yes, the island grows all year round, but it's not enough to sustain all of our kegs throughout the winter. Especially since with the ancient fruit, I'm using this all year round, basically. So we still have some of it, but it's not nearly enough to keep us going for the whole year. Especially since this is all I've got as far as other ancient fruit, plus the greenhouse, but the greenhouse really isn't enough either. I've honestly thought about next year, instead of doing this um, little surplus area, because like the original intention with this area was grow some non-ancient fruits, but I think my better bet is just going to be to go all ancient fruit, just because we need more. We're gonna need more. That area does look nice now that our tea plants are in bloom. They're not little sticks anymore. Also, something that needs to be done really quick. I can't start the plan of only using that area for ancient fruit until next year, but this summer we'll do these. We need 64. Oh, well, that's more than... Really? Really? That's how we're doing things today, Courtney. Okay. No big deal. Not end of world. We're just gonna go slow with it, because I can't be trusted. I was just trying to combine the stacks, but I'm an idiot. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and stock up on some more of these while I'm thinking about it, because we're gonna need them for next year anyways. You know, there's probably a mod for yeeting Pier. Wait, that's the wrong chest. This chest. Okay, I need that guy. And I need a few of these guys. Okay. Only other thing I might need is... Well, I know I need the hoe, but I also might need my scythe. Tomorrow we can get the pumpkins planted. I'm debating whether or not we want to go ahead and head over to the movie theater and see if those poles are there, but worst case scenario, they're not there yet. Of course, Pam drops beer. It would also make sense for Pam to drop parsnips. Okay, Crystallarium's ready to go. We've got a field to plant. Wait. There's something else that must be done. I need to check down here, because I haven't checked on them in a couple of days. Nothing ready yet. Okay. Okay, those guys are ready. I'm gonna go ahead and plant this field first, so I can get it out of the way. Yeah, next year we're just gonna forego this little area and do all ancient fruit all the way. I'm honestly tempted to rework the layout, but at the same time, I've reworked the layout so many times. Wait, there's a mod that lets you steal from the shop? I might need to keep this in mind. Okay, all of you back in there because I don't need you anymore. Well, I guess I can gather the fruit first, since we're already over here. Oh yeah, I forgot those garden pots were pineapples. I need to harvest those as well, but we'll harvest them. We'll harvest them next week. Apparently we're gonna have a jelly because I'm an idiot. That's okay. These are established facts. The saplings would be a big one because those guys go for a couple thousand each, depending on the fruit in question. I actually have it written down somewhere. I don't remember which notebook it's in, because at this point I've kind of given up on figuring out which notebook has what in it. But, sometimes the traveling merchant will have, the saplings for a better price. Sometimes they're more expensive than peers, sometimes they're significantly less expensive than peers. So I had, like, the minimum and the maximum range for what is acceptable to buy from the traveling merchant versus buying from Pierre, so that I wouldn't have to spend extra money if I didn't have to. Aw, one of our plants got lost to the storm yesterday. I'm surprised we haven't lost more to the storms. So you yeet them, and then you can steal from their store. I see, I see. Hello, Goldie. That poor cat only gets interacted with, like, once every other month. Hold on. Let me put this guy back because it's... I don't want that in my inventory. I know I've said this before, but I really need to go through what all mods are available. Because, like, once we finish this playthrough, I'm planning on doing modded playthroughs from then on out. It's fine. The only times I really need to be friends with people is if I need, a specific thing from them, like the tea saplings from Caroline. And for people that I probably wouldn't yeet anyways, like Granny. Stardew streamers. Dangerously funny. I've watched a little bit of, Wickedy stuff. I'm never able to catch anybody live, though, so it's always the back catalog stuff. Let's see. Lexilyn. But again, Lexi goes live at the same time I do 9 times out of 10, so I haven't been able to watch any of her stuff, except for, like, back-ordered. Get that one, please. Thank you. I keep seeing Charlie Barley's stuff pop up, but I haven't taken the time to go and watch any of their stuff yet. Mainly because I am really bad about getting in, like, a comfort hole and watching the same things over and over and over again. Where do you guys keep popping up my flooring at? Right there. Okay. And now I've lost track of which one I was at. Was it a part of their Boycott Pierre series? Yeah, excellent star. She plays a lot of the same games that I enjoy, so... But like I said, her streaming time tends to be around the same time mine does, so I never get to catch her live. And the few times I'm not live, it's because I either don't feel good or I'm at a thing, so... We still have to go over to the island to get our fruit, right? You choose series. Okay, one more shed, and then we can move on to the island. Let's see, we'll be going Tuesday and Wednesday. So Thursday we can probably sleep through. I'll have to look into that at some point. I keep telling myself I'm gonna go and look at, because, I know Wickedy's been doing a playthrough with, like, a ton of mods enabled. And I keep telling myself I'm gonna go and check them out and see what mod she's playing with. Because like I said, after this playthrough, I kind of want to switch from doing pure vanilla. Hi, Athena. So nice of you to join us. Come on, you can come in here, Bubba. Not you! Not you! No, no, no. No, no, no. Little terrorist. Hi! You are so stinking cute. Hi, honey. Yeah. I already know what's gonna happen, though, if you come in here. The cats are being peaceful right now. Tarkus. So cute. He had one of his ears flipped over. He's so stinking cute. But he's not allowed in the room unsupervised, and I kind of count me streaming as unsupervised because my attention's not fully there. Oh wait, coffee's worn off. Let's see. Another one that I like is... I don't think I've watched any of her, like, backlog streams. But Easy Lily, I've watched a bunch of her videos before. Honestly, there's a lot of Stardew players that I watch. They're not all necessarily streamers, or if they are, I'm not aware of it. Okay. All of those taken care of. DF is one of the ones that I consider I count in my comfort streams, like not comfort streams, but like comfort videos. Whenever I say I'm watching something on repeat, it's usually either just any of his games that he's played. Same thing with Call Me Kevin, or some random horror game that I'll just throw a stream of on. But generally, it ends up being either DF or Kevin, and I'll legit watch the same playlist for 2-3 weeks on end until Drew gets tired of it. Last night, he finally made me change it to um, it was a Billiam video, and then as soon as the video was over, I changed it back to Kevin. He was already asleep by that point, anyways. I did watch the video. I just changed it back to my comfort stuff when it was time for bed. I want to say Wickedy started doing the mods challenge like after I started streaming. So it just got to the point where I could never watch any of that one, so I haven't seen any of it. Which kind of sucks because that sounds like a really fun concept. Gus sent us a taco. I have missed some of his because, like I said, I go through rabbit holes where I watch the same thing over and over and over again, and I've been really stuck on Call Me Kevin stuff for the last 3 weeks now. Hence why Drew finally broke down and made me watch something else last night. But I usually only really watch... I've watched other things, but the main time I watch YouTube is when I'm going to bed anyways. So I haven't gotten around to DF stuff because without fail, I've watched his stuff by bedtime so much that my brain just associates his voice with going to sleep. He's got a very soothing voice, so that's not my fault. I sat down one day to watch one of his videos, specifically to watch it, and I ended up falling asleep multiple times and had to restart it. That's the thing, I just need to break myself out of my cycle of rewatching things so that I can get into watching her stuff again. Or really anybody's stuff, because like I said, I don't really watch anything until it's bedtime. With the exception of switching over to Drew's streams whenever I get done streaming, because generally speaking, it's going to be a minute before I go to bed anyways. If he's still streaming. Or if I'm hanging out in the living room. If I'm hanging out in the living room, I'm kind of at the will of whatever Drew's watching anyways. That's like earlier we watched the Jason versus Mike Myers death battle. Not necessarily something I would have watched on my own, but I was in the living room with him, so I watched it. He's just got a very soothing voice, doesn't he? Like, I have tried to watch the Hydro, I can't say that series name properly. The Hydro Engineer. I've tried to watch that series so many times, and I've had to rewatch it. I've watched all of it, I just haven't watched all of it at the same time. I've watched it in bits and pieces, basically, because I keep falling asleep. But yeah, a lot of the knowledge I have about Stardew Valley is some stuff that I got from watching him. Because he's one of the first people I found whenever because I got Stardew Valley back in 2017. So I did play it for a while without watching anybody else play it, because we didn't have internet when we first moved out to the house. So I literally would come home from work and just play Stardew Valley, because that's all I had, basically. And then once we got internet, I was looking up stuff because I think I was stuck. Or I wanted, like, advice on something for Stardew Valley, so I just looked up Stardew Valley on YouTube and ended up with him. And it's just kind of stuck ever since. See, I don't know that Hydro Engineer is something that I would personally play. Same thing goes for a lot of his games that he plays, like, any of the clicker games, that one catfishing series, it's like, you're a cat, but you're a fisherman, I can't remember what it's called, what the game is actually called, Muck. Those are all games that I probably wouldn't play myself, but I love watching him play. Especially once he starts getting ridiculous with stuff. Zuzu's getting pretty close to 5 hearts. Bonnie, you're 5 hearts, babe. Bye. Sorry, didn't mean to punk you out like that, but you are 5 hearts and you are bye. Bye-bye. I just can't click correctly. Alright, that guy's still incubating. I think only thing we have today is the crystallariums, so let's sell all of this. I think I will run into town and just check the movie theater. Better to go ahead and get it out of the way. There is... I've only seen... I have only seen one stream for Frostpunk, and it was a Markiplier stream where he let chat... Wait, what am I doing? I don't need Pierre. Where he let chat determine what happened. And it was just a dumpster fire, and I loved it. And of course that guy is there, which means I can't... Who are you? 12 grain spicy mustard does sound pretty good, my dude. I don't think I've ever seen that guy before. No, I haven't seen this guy before. Well, Wick, not a lot of people, not many people here, and I invested a lot of money in this movie. It howls in the rain. Okay. Group of youngsters set out to discover the source of a mysterious sound. Parental supervision is required. See, one of my comfort series is, oxygen not required. Or no, oxygen not included. I can't talk. And I can just watch those videos, like, on repeat. I don't think I've ever seen any of the streams all the way through, because I always fall asleep, inevitably. Let's see. The following footage was salvaged from an abandoned camcorder 30 miles south of Grampleton. Alright, this is Welwick's video. Did you hear that? I think it came from those woods. Let's go. Heavy breathing. Look. Oh no, shaky camera. The camera lurches forward into the forest. Ah! Oh, it's just you, Gary. Stop grabbing my arm. Look, it's in the bush. Just a rabbit. Oh. Muffled cries and a strange, shuffling sound can be heard. Stardew Blair Witch, my dude. It's still out there. I legit would watch that. The movie has concluded for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show. And this guy is still on the game machine, so we can't check, which means we have to wait for another week before I can check again. Alright, that's fine. That fish taco went for 500 gold? Dang, Gus. Please don't pick up the lamp. Alright, move my salad back. Only thing we have to do is crystallariums today. And then tomorrow we shouldn't have anything available. First row. No? Final row. I'm an idiot. Honestly, I need to look up one for him. That would be the smart idea. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, we won't be able to use this information anyways, but alright, real quick, I'm gonna pause and run to the bathroom. I'll be back in just a second. Okie dokie, I looked it up, and apparently there is no set schedule for Crane Machine Guy. It's just a 25% chance. So it's just luck of the draw if he's going to be there or not. Alright, let's get these guys harvested and taken care of. I think I'm gonna do some research and get some ideas on the forest, because I think I want to focus on that next time. on actually getting that area looking how I want it to. I'm still bummed about the trees, but there's not really anything that can be done about that. No. The 7-day cooldown is also for going by yourself. It's going to the movies with someone or by yourself. You have to wait 7 days before you can go back. The text as written does indicate that, but I think there was a notes in the wiki that specifically says, like you can't go more than once a week. And it doesn't have like a reset like on Sundays like giving gifts does. It's 7 days from the last time you went to the theater. So next week on Wednesday I can go to the theater again. Which is kind of a shame. Like, if I'm willing to fork out the 1,000 gold to go to the theater, surely I should be allowed to do so. Well, actually, 2,000, I think, because you have to have a ticket for yourself and for the other person, right? I don't think I've ever taken anybody to the theater. At least not that I can remember. All info is good info, my dude. Oh, yeah. It's sometimes, even if it's something that they dislike normally as a gift, it can be, it can still be their gift that they like at the movie theater. Like, Pam and Shane, they both dislike Joja Cola, but they like getting Joja Cola from the concession stand. And then everybody has, like, movie preferences. I know, one of the things I was reading says Krobus will not go with you to the movies on Fridays because that's his vow of silence day. But Sandy and the dwarf will go anytime. See, I thought so, but I've never taken anybody to the theater as far as I'm aware. Honestly, I think most of the time I don't even go. It's only with this recent playthrough because I wanted some stuff from the Crane game. Also, I was right. Those trees do look good next to the mushroom trees. At least in fall. They look good in the rest of the year, too. Probably won't look good in winter because the mushroom trees, like, go dormant during the winter. Go ahead and sell those. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our ancient fruit. Yeah, the 99 stack's probably enough. Because we're gonna sleep through tomorrow. But then Friday I can go ahead and refill my indicator keg. See, the thing that gets me about the snack thing is I can buy food for myself anywhere, but I'm not allowed to buy treats for myself at the movie theater. That's kind of mean. I can buy treats for other people, and they specifically tell me, come back with somebody else in order to get treats. Wait, I will grab these. Uh, whose birthday is it that it's listing crab? Elliot. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. That is true. And that's the thing. Usually by the time I usually have the movie theater unlocked, I've already got like an established way to get friendship points, so I don't really need any other way. So I just don't think about it. Oh man, he probably does. I wonder if he gets really confused if I go with like George and Lewis to the theater. Or Granny. You know what's kind of weird? One of the random NPCs, because they're randomized every time as to who's going to be in the movie theater. One of the random NPCs is Gunther, and I'm just like, so he can go to the movies, but I can't interact with him outside of like just saying hi. I can't gift him anything. He lives in the town, but I can't interact with him. Also, I don't want to think about the fact that I can take Jess and Vincent and Leo to the movie theater. I don't want to think about that. Especially not in context for what we were talking about. I want to say Linus doesn't like going to the movies at all. Yeah, but it still feels kind of rude that I can't, like, interact with them, get to be friends with them, or anything like that. Like, he's just stuck behind the counter of the museum all day. But then again, there's more than likely a mod that makes him like an interactable part of the town. Which I think might be one of the first things on my list, because that does bother me. That he's like... He's always there. He never goes anywhere, he never talks to anybody except for whenever I donate stuff. And a few of like Penny's heart events. I mean, you could look at it that way. But I think it'd be kind of fun that, like, say we do count donating to the museum as, like, a bonus to his friendship. Instead of the gifts coming to us, from us just collecting them at the front desk, if they were sent to us like all other villagers whenever they level up their hearts with us, if they just sent them in the mail. I do know there's a mod, I think, I could be talking out of my ass here, but I'm pretty sure there's a mod that has Clint mail you back your tool instead of you having to go collect it, which could be pretty fun. Because I had thought about doing like a hermit series where I'm not allowed to leave the farm but once a year. The only thing that held me back from it is just like the fact of if I do want to upgrade my tools, I can't go get them for another year. Like, everything else I can handle. But not being able to get my tools for a whole year is kind of lame. Let's go for... that stack on top of that, because we're still gonna need a few more than what we've got available. See, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's just making him feel less like a mannequin that's just stuck behind a counter and more like an actual NPC. Like, I don't even care where he goes whenever he's out from behind the counter. I don't give a shit where he goes. That's his business. And I can't even guarantee that I would interact with him any more than I already do. But just the thought of him actually being able to, like, be a part of the town would be pretty nice. Same thing with, like, Marlin and Gil. Like, I feel bad for Gil. He's stuck. He can't go anywhere. Hold on, I'm gonna move some of this stuff out of the way. Go ahead and harvest these. I'm gonna check on my animals before we go for the kegs. See, that's the thing I had been like going back and forth on is once a year versus once a month. Because to me, it would make more sense for it to be, or once a season, it would make more sense that it be once a year. It wouldn't be a true, like, hermit challenge, I guess. But to me, it makes more sense because people that do live far away from town, they still go into town more than once a year, generally, unless it's like a very remote location. Because, like, I do know people, or I have met people that only go into town once a month just because it's such a long trip into town for them that it's not reasonable to go into town, but they still have to go in once a month to stock up for the month. So I feel like that would be far more feasible. But at the same time, the whole, like, spirit of the Hermit Challenge is trying to get by only going to town once a year. So I don't know. That's why I've been, like... I want to do it, but I'm unsure of how to go about it. Because I know some things that would be easy, like... Obviously, you make your first trip into town on the second day of the month so you can get your fishing pole from Willie. You choose the wilderness farm so you can level up your foraging and get plenty of mixed seeds. Like, I have ideas for how to go about it and how to, like, how to make it work. It's just, I'm still hung up on the once a season versus once a year thing. See, with the tools thing, that's why I was thinking about, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a mod that has Clint mail you back your tools. Because it would make sense that, at least for some shops, I'm pretty sure they could go about mailing you back. Like, even if it's one of those things where you can just request him to mail it back and it costs me extra gold. Like, I'd be cool with that. Because, like, obviously then I'd be handling, like, delivery. Even though it really wouldn't take that much for delivery, because it would literally just be Lewis walking it to my farm for me. And he's got to walk to my farm anyways to check the shipping bin. That could work too. Like, you're not allowed to stop anywhere else. It's straight to Clint's, pick up your tool, and back you go. My thing is, what is the end goal? Is it just trying to fill out the community center? Is it reaching a certain monetary milestone? What is the end goal for a hermit challenge? I feel like the community center would have to be the goal, right? Trying to fill out the community center, but you can only leave your farm every so often. Honestly, yeah, if there's a mod to make the phone more useful, Get like Stardew Instacart. Stardew DoorDash. Because, like, I know our local DoorDash, will, like, run into Walgreens or Dollar General for you. I'm kind of surprised they haven't expanded to the farm store. Because, like, I feel like a lot of their clientele could probably use that. Okay. Are you born yet? Yes. Truna, sure. Alright, let's refill this guy. Honestly, I don't think the community center would be that bad. It would definitely be challenging, but I don't think it would be that bad if you chose the right farm. Like, I was thinking the wilderness farm, or not the wilderness farm, the forest farm. Wilderness farm just turns on monsters. I was thinking the forest farm just because, foraging, but I could also choose the Four Corners farm, because that gives you a little bit of everything. There's also a challenge I wanted to do with, the small farm. I don't know what the challenge would be, just trying to have a functioning farm. But the space for that one is literally, like, the space of your screen, plus I think there's, like, a little bit of wiggle room. Hold on. Go ahead. Turn that up, because it's already 3. Like I said, I've been thinking about modded playthroughs. I just... not quite sure where to begin. Also, we have plenty of time to think about it, because it's gonna be a while before we reach the 1 billion mark. Which is part of the reason why I went ahead and just did this one as, the bare minimums. I do want to finish decorating everything at some point, but if I don't have a good idea for how to decorate something, we're just gonna do sleeping skips. Do just the things that need to be harvested or emptied out. Because we did manage to get, what, 2 weeks in a space that would normally only run us 3 weeks. Oh, wait, what? No, 1 week. A space that would normally only go 1 week. So I've got plenty of time to think about things and prepare, because I don't want to run 2 Stardew games at the same time again like I did with the Perfection one. Because that got me super duper confused on things. That's the whole reason I started writing down things. Because I was getting it mixed up between the 2 playthroughs. And also, there's a bunch of other games that just seem like they would be more fun to play. Versus playing another playthrough of Stardew. You know, as far as the Hermit Challenge goes, it has to be CC, but I wonder how difficult getting true perfection would be. You only have one day to go and hand out gifts to everyone while doing your shopping. Because one of the requirements is getting everybody to 10 hearts. That would be a bitch. Let alone getting all the resources for all the obelisks, getting the 10 million gold while you're only able to go for, like, so many crops at a time. Unless you get really lucky and manage to get an ancient fruit seed, in which case you can just keep multiplying that. I don't know. True perfection might actually be the most difficult way you could end that challenge. If it's even doable. You know, a mod that would be really fun is if you could move your farmhouse. Like, surely it exists. I'm just under the assumption that there is a mod for everything. But if I can move a shed that's already been built, is fully stocked with everything, or a barn that already has all of the animals in it, surely I could move a farmhouse. At least, like, being able to move it before you upgrade it. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, Shady. How's it going, my dude? Let's see. I think we're going to go for another weekend game, just because I do want to grind up some money, and we've already gotten up to 200 million. Plus, I got a little bit of a late start anyway, so... Head to bed. Tomorrow we can harvest crops and our crystallariums. $2.7 million thanks to all of our animal products and the wine. The wine was definitely a big help. It's not always unfair, but what's got you saying that, my dude? Let's see. Nothing down here is ready. I think the main issue is that we tend to notice or focus on the bad things that happen more than we do any of the good things. So it feels like proportionately more bad things happen in life, or proportionately more unfair things happen in life than good things. Not to say bad things don't happen, just we tend to fixate on those more. It sounds to me like you need to give yourself a break on whatever thing it was that you were trying to achieve. Give yourself a reset. Focus on something that you maybe can achieve. And then try again. I know it sounds cliche as fuck to just say you gotta try again, but that's literally the best thing you could do is try again. But the only way to get over that whatever feeling is just literally to focus on anything else. Well, if you can't try again, that sounds like you just need to set a different goal then. Failure of one thing does not mean the end of all things, my dude. All it means is that one thing didn't work out for you, you gotta try something different. And again, not to sound like cliche as fuck again, but you've only truly lost if you stop trying. That goes in any aspect of life. You've only truly lost if you stop trying. Oh wait, I need to harvest our crops. Exactly. Sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is give yourself a reset. 100% of the time, the person that's going to be the harshest on you is you. Need that pineapple, please. Thank you. Grab all the pineapples, then we'll start on the ancient fruit. Because again, I don't want to forget these guys. I told you guys earlier, once she takes her calming treat, if she'll just lay down for a minute, the treat does the rest. She's finally laid down. It's taking her a good old nap. Then again, so are Hector and the old man. They're both curled up. Actually, right next to Athena. Okay, let's get this stuff put away. Oop, get stuck on things. You know a thought I've had recently? That was a cough. A thought I've had recently is overexposure to an allergen can make that allergy worse, make you more sensitive to that allergy. I wonder if all these years that I have been subjecting myself to cat dander and cat fur, if I have just been making my allergy significantly worse, because I just barely touched Hector, and that's what that cough was caused from. All the ones from earlier were because the old man wanted to be on the back of my chair. Like, I'm used to, like, irritated eyes, sneezing, the possible sinus infections being caused by them. But now with the introduction of the cough, I'm wondering if I have just been making my allergies worse this entire time. I don't know why my brain translated get those demons out in the same style of get the sillies out. I don't even remember what that's from. I just remember it from, like, Nick Jr. or some shit. I think it was from back when I was babysitting. I mean, at this point, there's not really anything I can do about it, aside from either medicate or, deal with it, because I'm not getting rid of the cats. It's not one of those things where it's every single time. It's just like, every so often when I've been in the room with them for so long. Not gonna lie, it'd be kind of funny to figure that to find out if that's also the reason for my chronic headaches. This whole time, it was just cats. Alright, tomorrow... No. Fruit from the island. As far as not coming because you don't like the game, that is 100% chill, my dude. I'm well aware that not every game's gonna be for everybody. That's why I try to like stagger them out, but I realized kind of last minute that we needed to, if I was gonna show off the haunted houses, I had to gain some money, so I had to play up some houses. And also, never... Like, this goes for anybody. If you need to take a day for mental health, or a week, or 2 weeks, or a year, that is A-okay. Like, shit, the whole reason I do these streams is for my mental health, so... I'm not judging anybody for getting their shit together. Do what you gotta do. Almost forgot these guys. Because my brain was like, you just harvested ancient fruit, you're good. But no, I harvested the stuff that was at the house. Glad I caught it. Really? Queen of misclick, I swear. That's actually, what was it? Last Monday or Tuesday when I didn't stream was, for a mental health reset. I had some stuff pop up that I needed to deal with. At least you got the opportunity to kind of sort things out. That's the main thing. How's everything looking down here? Oh, goodness. There's a lot ready down there. And I don't think I have enough wine to handle it. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have enough to handle it. That's fine. Sandy set us a cactus. It was one of those situations, it was something that I thought was done and handled. And then I spent the entire week uh, basically in an anxiety bubble. Open 9 a.m. Well, fine, I'll just stand here then. But yeah, like I said, everybody has to take time to do a reset. Focus on your mental health, because that's where 90% of problems come from, is from mental health and not handling it. Or at least in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, and none of that. I have no qualifications other than talking out of my mouth. That is the only qualification I have. Well, that and personal experience. Personal experience is the, I guess, the bigger of the two, the bigger, like, qualifications of the two. Yes, I would like to see a movie by myself. It's the same movie, but this guy's not here anymore. And Crane Game is randomized. Oh. And of course he would be on the conveyor belt. Alright. Fingers crossed he doesn't fall out of the crane. There we go. Might as well go ahead and pick up a tree while I'm here, too. That's what I mean when I say sort it out. It's just getting yourself functional. That's the main thing, is being able to function. I mean, I'm not judging. That's not necessarily what I said, but... I also can't talk 90% of the time, so it could be what I said. I'm really good about getting mushmouth. Oh, that was so close to just bouncing in the thing by itself. But yeah, getting functional is the main thing. Like, I don't think there's really any way to, like, necessarily fix any issues. Oh, shoot, that's not what I was trying to do. I waited too long. I was trying to wait for that thing to come back around, but whatever. Alright, we're gonna try again. And no. Alright, well, I'll just grab this tree then. Although I could go for this golden Junimo plush. He is right there. I'm sure you've noticed mine is just saying I don't know how to talk. Or I can't talk. Just because I have been the butt of many family jokes for my mush mouth. All well-intentioned. Oh, gosh. But I will say that definitely helped form how I respond to when I go mush mouth. Just automatically calling myself out. Alright, try again. Well, we got a couple of trees at the very least. Now I feel like they're just mocking me by not having any of the things here. It's further back than it normally is, and I automatically adjusted. Ooh, a gravestone. Something tells me there's no way I'm getting that. Especially not if I go forward like that. Mine's always just been I try to talk faster than I can. It's actually pretty funny because, like, I would get notes sent back home from school talking about how quiet and well-behaved I was. But I was a motor mouth at the house. Like, anytime they sent home a progress report, it's like, Courtney's well-behaved and very quiet in class. It's like, Yeah, because I'm awkward as fuck. I'm not talking to y'all. But when I get home, I've known these people my entire life, so I don't give a shit. I'm gonna say whatever. And that usually leads to me just like speed talking because I had a lot of words to get out because I was quiet throughout the day. And I think it's just led to me like wanting to try and get my words out as fast as possible. Let's see, when it comes to writing, I'm not gonna get that one. Oh well. I think when it comes to writing, I do a combination of like writing too fast, but also writing slowly, if that makes any sense. Ooh, this one has a lot of cool stuff on it. I really like these trees with the like, I don't know, they're more pink than purple. Aw. Oh well. The main thing I'm after is this guy. Can I grab you? No. Oh well. Oh well. Probably not getting that, serpent pipe today. Like, how do I describe what I'm talking about when I say I'm writing fast but small? If I know what I'm trying to write, I end up speeding through it too quickly, and now I'm out of credits for this game, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, I knocked it off the conveyor belt. But yeah, so if I know what I'm trying to write, I speed write, and that usually leads to it being illegible, words jumbled together, the spacing is super off, but I can read it more or less because I've just gotten used to reading my own handwriting. Um, Now if I'm trying to copy something or write down something somebody is saying, I write incredibly slowly because I want to make sure I get it right. Or if I'm trying to write down something for the sake of giving to somebody, I write very slowly. And I've learned that if I try to write fast, I end up omitting words. That's like, I gave a card for my little cousin's wedding shower, and I have, because they're both extremely religious people, so I had a little quote that I wanted to write on there for them. And I ended up omitting two words from that quote. It didn't change the meaning of the quote, but it is still inaccurate, and it bugs me because I didn't catch it until after I finished writing it, and I wrote it in pen. And it was the only card I had, and I was already running 5 minutes late. So, Athena, no ma'am. Alright, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get Athena settled and run to the bathroom. I'll be back in just a second. And then I can tell you some fun stories about the fact that I can't spell and how that has made me extremely embarrassed to type anything ever. But I'll be back in just a second. Okay, Athena is settled. The door is reclosed. So, when I was a kid, our school used to send us home with vocabulary lists, both to define them and to spell them. We would have tests testing our ability to understand definitions and also our ability to spell the words. I always did really, really good with the definitions portion, but I am absolutely shit at spelling. Always have been, always will be, more than likely. So my family had a marker board. I don't know where we got the marker board, why we had it, but eventually it got used to help us with definitions and stuff. Like before that, we would just play around with it and like play tic-tac-toe and stuff like that on it. But eventually my dad decided to work on like our spelling lists with me and my brother, because we're only a year apart grade-wise. And they used to make so much fun of me for how I spelled things. One of them wasn't even really me not knowing how to spell the word. It was me getting backwards when I was trying to write. If I'm not mistaken, the word was different. And somehow, my dumb hands wrote Biffared. I do not know. I do not understand. I was child. But my brother and my dad talked so much shit about that for years, to the point where I will completely restructure a sentence to use a different word if I am not confident I can spell it correctly. And auto text isn't helping. So I've gotten to where I just like completely oh, hey, it bounced in! Oh, that was cool. I've gotten to where I'll just completely restructure a sentence. Oh, nope. Too far down. Or not down enough, rather. That's fine, I got my 2 trees. Okay. Something tells me we're not getting the stuff we want from this one. I really don't need any more of these trees with the purple planters. See, that's the weird thing though. I don't have dyslexia. I just wrote weird and didn't realize I had written it incorrectly until after they pointed it out, and I looked at it and was just like, why did I write it like that? So I have no idea. All I know is that it's something that stuck with me. And still pretty much affects how I do things. Aw. I love how it still closes and goes back over to the thing. Like, here, let me take your big pile of nothing. I think that time it was more like I was so excited because I felt like I knew how to spell the word that I did the thing I was talking about and wrote too fast. Alright, we're not having any luck. This is the same story that we already watched. Actually, can I leave without watching the movie? Yes. Yes, I can. I just paid several thousand gold just to go get some trees. some trees, some plushies, and one serpent statue. Alright, the rest are going in here. None of our crystallariums are ready today, right? That was just one from the fortune statue, right? Nope. Nope, it was not. Glad I double-checked, because I was pretty sure it was just from the fortune statue and we didn't have anything else to do today. Oh, it's the worst when you're already mad about something and then you mess up. Oh my gosh. And honestly, Drew is just as bad as my family about making fun of me whenever I misspeak. It's always done playfully, so I don't really get mad at them. Because they're not, like, doing it to be mean. It's just like, guys, you know I can't talk, please. Please stop picking on me. Gather all our diamonds, and we can go to bed for the next 2 days. Oh, excuse me. This time, I don't know what that was, because I haven't touched either of the cats. Neither of them have moved. So, I don't know. Although it is flu season, and we did go to my cousin's wedding over the weekend, so... surely I would have already gotten the flu if it was that. That's been a couple of days. Honestly, though, the most hilarious part of the wedding was my niece got upset because her cousin was wearing a white dress, and she wanted to wear a white dress too. Because, my cousin's half-sister and his niece both got to be flower girls. His niece is my niece's cousin. So she wanted to wear a white dress like her cousin. She was upset about it, until she found out she got to have cake later. It's amazing how quickly cake changes everything. Come back here, Diamond. Oh my god. I do stuff like that all the time when I'm yelling at... Like, I'm not yelling at Drew. But we insult each other constantly. Never when we're actually angry, obviously. It's more like a... He makes a joke and I'm just, you bitch! You know? But I mess up my words all the time and he's just like, excuse me? What did you say? With this shit-eating grin on his face and I'm just like, stop. Stop it, sir. I had to listen to enough of this growing up. Okay. Let's see how my ostriches are doing. Oh, they're starting to go to bed for the night, so I gotta hurry. Suzu! See you later, bud. Or I guess I won't, because I just sold you. They're all fixing to start going to sleep, so I gotta hurry. Okay. Like, in situations like that, when I'm already, like, in the midst of joking, it's less of an annoyance when I mess up my words. But if I'm, like, being serious about something, or I'm already upset and I mess up my words and the other person calls it out, I'm just like, please, please don't, before I say something we both regret. Okay, we got some diamonds, so we're not going to sleep today. We're actually gonna have diamonds. Oh, hey, that was nice. We got diamonds for all three of these. Whose birthday is it? Jody's. Hey, kiddos. I really need to stop in and say hi to Shane, because I don't think I've talked to him at all this week. And you start losing friendship points with spouses very quickly. Lewis sent us 500 gold just for being us and being awesome. You know, I'm really confused about something. We had crystallariums ready yesterday. And now our front crystallariums are ready, and they shouldn't be synced up that closely together, which means I probably messed something up. So that's cool. But it's not a hard fix, so not too worried about it. Because there's supposed to be like 3 days between the last one being done and the first one being done again. Look, if anybody is terrorizing the town, it's not me. I help the town. Lewis is the one that's literally stealing from the town. Like, solid gold statues don't make themselves. I mean, is it bullying if I'm giving them super expensive gifts in return? That's bribing, not bullying. Because, like, if I had all the money that I could have got from selling all of their gifts instead, who knows, we might be at 1,000,000,000 gold already. I mean, if you look at it logically, I fixed the town for them. They don't have a community center anymore, but they didn't use it anyways. So now they have their supermarket and a movie theater. Their bus stop is up and running again, which means Pam is out of the way for the majority of the day. Like, we all know I'm the only one that uses the bus stop. Aside from Emily, like, once a year, I think. Or, like, once every so often. Dude, I want that mod. I want that mod. Where I am literally just a drug lord in Stardew Valley. And yeah, trafficking it through Pam to give to Sandy would be a good way to sell it. I want that mod now. I don't care if it doesn't exist, I want it. I guarantee something similar has to exist. If I've seen some of the mods that exist for other games, there is no way in hell they don't exist for Stardew Valley. Okay, all of those taken care of. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of our ancient fruit, which we're starting to get a little low on. Oh, hello, giant pumpkin. Didn't realize our pumpkins were done already. Cool beans. We'll just go ahead and grab some seeds and take care of those. Let's see, I'm gonna need to rehoe and fertilize that area, but I'll go ahead and fill in the rest of the crops first. One, two, three, four. I have 5 seeds left, so... Oh, I see where I'm missing one. And also, 'Cause I want to say these are better off as preserves than they are juice. I don't know, we can try whatever's left over as a juice. No, wait. We can't because it's gonna turn the, throw the... I'll take those to the quarry at some point, but that's gonna throw the sink out. Like, sinking of our machines. Alright, let's drink our triple shot real quick. I'll go ahead and take care of the kegs first. Then we can do our crystallariums. Oh, you're good, my dude. You're good. Honestly, that's generally what happens to me. Anytime during the day, if I have my phone on charge, not getting called into another room, but having somebody call my phone. If my brother is gonna call my phone, he will call, either while I'm asleep or while I have my phone charging. Without fail. And I always feel bad, too, because I'm just like, I miss the call and have to call back, and I'm like, hey. I'm sorry. Ooh, or my phone will be charging in the other room, and I'll rush thinking it's something important, like my brother calling me. And it'll be a robocall, or the Arkansas State Trooper Network calling again to ask for donations, and I'm like, bruh, I ain't donating to you. What am I gonna donate to you? My grocery money? Nah. You know what's hilarious to me? Because I watch my streams on my phone, right, to monitor chat, and to make sure I can catch it if the stream starts going wonky. And it has saved my butt a handful of times when it's like starts buffing. I'm like, is that my phone or is it the stream messing up? So I can catch it before I talk here for 30 minutes and it turns out the stream was disconnected 3 hours ago or something. But, I guess YouTube has taken that as an invitation that I want notifications of my own videos. So they've started sending me notifications for my upcoming streams sometimes, and I'm just like, I know, bruh. I'll be there. You don't have to tell me when my stream is. Like, I get it's just an automated, like, system that's doing it, but it's still hilarious to me that I get notifications for my own streams. It's like, way to make somebody feel narcissistic, right? See, I think part of the reason why I've gotten into such a rut with watching, Call Me Kevin's videos instead of DF's when I go to bed is because DF is incredibly quiet, so I have to turn the volume up really high to be able to hear him from the bed. So if, I don't know, Drew decides to add a couple of videos on, I wake up in the middle of the night to somebody yelling about, I don't know, usually it's can you beat Fallout 4 as with X thing going on. That's the ones he usually ends up adding on whenever we go to bed. But I'll wake up to that kind of yelling and I'm just like, I didn't need my eardrums blown out this early in the morning, thank you. If I ever say I forgot I was supposed to stream, that would be really bad. Because like I said, the only times I don't stream are when I don't feel good or I'm dealing with family stuff. So there's really no excuse for me forgetting I have a stream. Now, I do definitely forget to change the time for streams, like tonight's was scheduled for 8 o'clock because we were supposed to have a soccer game tonight. And I got the information from my brother at like 4 that the game had been canceled due to the flu. But I forgot to change the stream time to reflect it, so... Like, I definitely forget that kind of stuff. Or I'll forget to, like, manually change the stream time in Streamlabs whenever I'm scheduling a video. Because normally, as soon as I get through streaming, I'll go ahead and, like, make the thumbnail for the next video and schedule it. And Streamlabs automatically puts the time that it is at the end of your last stream, I believe. So there have been a time or two where I've, like, accidentally forgot to change it and it was scheduled for, like, 9:03 or something the next night. It used to be really fun having to change the volume, because we used to, before I moved my computer back into the bedroom, we just had a TV with Drew's PS4 hooked up to it, and that's what we watched TV on whenever we were going to bed. But the problem is we didn't have a remote for that TV, so we had to get up and manually change the volume on the back of the TV, which kind of sucks if it's like 2 a.m. and you were peacefully watching videos and all of a sudden you've got like a blood-starved beef screaming at you at, you know, 80% volume. I've actually started doing playlists whenever I go to sleep to try and prevent stuff like that happening, because I used to just like click on a video to play it. And then Drew kept getting awoken in the middle of the night by Five Nights at Freddy's videos and just random screaming. Honestly, my favorite is, it's not even an issue of volume, but sometimes when we're watching videos, um, there will be the sound of something knocking, or, you know, the sound of a dog barking, or a car horn honking, anything like that. And all of a sudden, I have to hold Athena down and go, it's on the TV, it's on the TV, it's on the TV, it's on the TV, until she settles down because she wants to go yell at the window. Like, those are her three big things. If like, as far as sounds go, is knocking, other dogs barking, and car horns. Which I'm not even sure why the car horns get her, because I don't think she's ever had to really hear one in real life. I can't think of an instance anybody would have honked the horn. Like, I legitimately can't think of any time, at least at the house, that anybody's done that. Okay, one more to go. Then we can run these no, they're not pineapples, they're pumpkins. Over to the quarry. Like I said, I am curious about how much they go for, but I don't want to waste any of my keg space. Let me keep the wine on the top, because we're going to have to refill our casks whenever we get home. I really like how this area turned out. I wasn't happy with it when we first started it, but I am definitely enjoying it. Especially at nighttime and fall, it looks so cozy. Save the rest of these for the preserve jars. I'll remember to go over there and check on that stuff eventually, but... Actually, speaking of reserve jars, when did we fill these up? A couple of days ago? Day ago? Something like that? Because I'm gonna have to remember to go in there and check on them. If they sit until next week, it's fine. Not the end of the world. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and separate out, I don't know, 100 of these to set aside. We'll sell the rest of them. Okay. All of that can be sold. We've got one more round of kegs and one more round of crystallariums, assuming that wasn't messed up. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. 2.5 million, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, we're gonna check out the crystallariums first, because again, I'm almost certain that I messed up the rotation on those. Hold on, before we go check those. Espresso. And how is our stuff in the basement? Nothing's ready yet. Awesome. Shane, I need to say hi to you. Alright, hopefully that was good enough. Like I said, if you don't talk to your spouse in Stardew, they start dropping friendship points like crazy. Okay, so I did mess up the sync on these guys, but that's fine. They'll resync up eventually. Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and check on these guys' food. Why the heavy sigh, Athena? Okay. How are our ostriches doing? Nope. Nope. Okay. That one's still incubating. I'm gonna need to get more ancient fruit out. Okay, I'm gonna do this shed and then we'll grab some more fruit, because this is not gonna be enough. Oh, you're good, my dude. We're probably fixing to end it here in a minute anyways. So feel free to go ahead and head out and get you some rest. It's almost 10 o'clock my time. Dang, our ancient fruit is running out super quick. We're more than likely just going to finish out these kegs and go ahead and call the stream there. We managed to get 3 weeks in. So I'm going to call that pretty good. It's still a long ways off from a billion, but we're getting there slowly but surely. Like I said, we might do it the same way next time, just grinding through the weeks. Because I'm still... we will get back to decorating at some point. I'm just undecided on how to go about it. See, I definitely didn't get up that early. My sleep schedule's backwards right now, so I actually didn't go to sleep until 8 this morning. But even then, I got really shit sleep. All done with that. But yeah, at this point, if you got up at 5, you've been up for what? 17 hours-ish? 16, 17 hours? I might not be doing math correctly. Okay, all of those are put away. Everything there is still good. Alright. I think we're gonna call this one here. How much did we manage to get? 1.5 million? Not too bad. Like I said, we're slowly getting there. But yeah, I'm gonna have to call it here because I need to go find something for dinner. I'm still debating if it's gonna be the smoothie or if I'm just gonna heat up some soup or something. 17-ish? Yeah, you need to go get some rest. Especially if you have to get up and do it again tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna call this here. I might go make a smoothie or I might just heat up some soup. I don't know. But tomorrow we've got Portia. I'm honestly taking that week off to do House Flipper has made me completely forget what we need to do. But I kind of want to go talk to Dana and see what kind of upgrades we can get for the ore shipment. Because if she can get us some good stuff, there's definitely some stuff that we need to stockpile. Well, let's not give Drew ideas, okay? If I eat soup, that's real food. If I eat a smoothie, that's real food. Honestly, Drew's just happy when I eat because I'm bad about like just not eating sometimes. We were actually just talking about this last night because he's trying to get back into keto. We kind of fell off of it, but he's trying to get back into it. And I'm honestly just not feeling the stuff that he wants to cook, which is just pork loins and Brussels sprouts. I'm cool with the Brussels sprouts. I'm just not super big on pork. It doesn't sit well in my stomach. So I was discussing with him that we could just start doing our own individual meals and just like cooking 3 days worth of food for himself, 3 days worth of food for myself, you know. And he was like, every time we do that, you don't eat. I'm like, what are you talking about? I eat. And he's like, a handful of mozzarella and a couple of pepperonis does not count as eating. And I'm like, it's nutrition in some form. But don't worry, Drew gets on to me for not eating. I will find something of nutrition. Like I said, I've got some chicken noodle soup that I made up the other day that I pre-portioned out, and I need to eat it before it goes bad. But anyways, we'll be back tomorrow with Portia. I want to talk to Dana. I think we've got something to do for Molly, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I am completely off track with what needs to be done. But I think I'm going to prioritize trying to upgrade our stuff before we go any further with anything. Like, I really want to grind up the money to expand our farm one more time so that we can upgrade the house and upgrade the assembly station one more time. The assembly station only has one more upgrade to it. I think the house does as well. So that should be their final, like, size. But I'm not sure how big they are, so I don't know if we have the space to accommodate it. So we'll look into all that tomorrow. But yeah, I stream every day from 6 p.m. Central Standard Time until 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Generally speaking, we went over today because, you know, shit happens. We are currently alternating between Stardew Valley and My Time at Portia, so Stardew was tonight, we'll do My Time tomorrow. On Sundays, I do a special stream from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. where we play House Flipper. We just got through looking at all the spooky builds, so we're going to prioritize just some regular, boring builds tomorrow. Probably not going to do any of the DLC stuff, because we went through a lot of DLC stuff in order to grind up the money to visit the haunted houses. So, you know, fun stuff. But yeah, in the description there is a link to Shiny Haunter, Drew, whatever you want to call him, who also streams every day from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. He is currently alternating between TFT, Marvel Snap, and Fallout 4, but he just got his capture card in today, and I know he was discussing possibly playing Bloodborne, so that is on the table. I think he needed one more piece that didn't come with the little kit he ordered, so I'm not 100% on that. Feel free to go over to his stream and ask him what the ETAs and all that. Yes! Iron Pan to Ak. I have not forgotten. I may have forgotten a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we still have some in my inventory to give to him. But I'm glad you said something. It's in the back of my mind, but you brought it to the forefront of my mind. But anyways, I'm gonna go get food. You guys get some rest. Eventually I will get my sleep schedule on track, so I won't be as stuck in weird limbo right now, where I just woke up, but I feel like I've been awake for 3 days for some reason. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And until next time, bye-bye.